Myself, Mrs. Adhav UK, Associate Professor from Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's R.B. Narayan Rao Borake College, Srirampur, District, Ahmednagar. Today's my topic of discussion is from the same paper, Zoology paper first, Animal Systematic and Diversity, fifth, Phyla globosa. Before that, we have seen the nervous system of Phyla globosa, and along with that, there are sense organs in Phyla. There are 4 sense organs in Phyla globosa, of which first is the tentacles, second statocyst, third osphradium, and fourth the eyes or omatophores. We will see first tentacles. In Phyla globosa, there are 2 pairs of tentacles, of which first pair tentacles situated on the front side of snout or head. This first pair of tentacles, which are small, they are also called as labial palps or first pair of tentacles. This surrounds the mouth, hence it is regarded that they are gustatory in function. On either side of this first pair of tentacles, there are again second pair of tentacles, which are larger, contractile and filamentous. These are true tentacles of Phyla globosa. This second pair of tentacles, which are larger, they may be helpful for chemoreceptor or they are tactile organs. Both these tentacles are tactile and chemoreceptor organs. Tactile and chemoreceptor organs. What is tactile? Tactile means they are responsible for receiving stimuli of touch, and this chemoreceptor means they from the surrounding environment they receive stimuli from the chemical responses. Thus both these tentacles are tactile and chemoreceptor in function, but this first pair of tentacles, they are called as labial palps, and hence they are also regarded as the gustatory in function, means they taste the food, taste of food, they receive the taste of food. This is the 2 pairs of tentacles found on the snout region, in front of snout region or head region. Then second, the statocyst. Statocysts are paired. These are paired organs. These paired organs are attached to the pedal ganglions. We have seen the diagram of nervous system where here the cerebral ganglions, paired cerebral ganglions. Behind these there are buccal ganglions. Here pleuropedal ganglionic mass, inner pedal, outer pleural ganglions, which are connected by pedal commissure. Same ganglions, when they are connected with one another, then this is called as connection is called as commissure. Cerebral commissure, buccal commissure. When they connected with cerebral to pleuropedal, then this is called as connective. Cerebropleural connective, cerebropedal connective. Same here, cerebropleural and cerebropedal. Here, these ganglions, pedal ganglions on its outer side gives a band-like tissue, and here these statocysts are situated. Statocysts are paired organs. They are situated by a band of tissue with these pedal ganglions. Pedal ganglions are situated inner to pleural ganglions, and with the help of this connective tissue, these paired statocysts are connected to the pedal ganglions. Statocyst is pyriform, small structure, yellowish in color or cream in color. Each statocyst shows centrally a capsule. Capsule shows a single layer of connective tissue cell. These connective tissue cells here and there shows sensory cells. Sensory cells, or they are also called as receptor cells. Receptor cells means in between this connective tissue, this single layer of connective tissue, there is the presence of numerous sensory cells or receptor cells present. These receptor cells or sensory cells having connection with that of this nerve. This nerve innervates to the cerebral ganglion. They are innervated to the cerebral ganglion. Centrally, there is a capsule. This capsule shows number of calcareous bodies. These calcareous bodies are called as statoconia. Means this central capsule is filled with a calcareous bodies. They are called as statoconia, and both these statocysts having sensory cells with connective tissue, and both are innervated with the nerve which innervates to the cerebral ganglion. When this statoconia displace, at that time the stimulation is received by these sensory cells. They press on this nerve, and then there is displacement of the animal. Means when animal changes its position, these sensory cells may displace, and there is response from the cerebral ganglion to the statocyst to do not change the position of the animal. Means these organs are the balancing organ, or they maintain the equilibrium of the body. Means they are balancing organ. They are balancing organ, or they are also called as equilibrium organ. They maintain the body position, or they maintain the equilibrium of the body, or they may balance the body. Hence they are called as balancing organs or equilibrium organs. Coming to the third sense organ, that is the osphradium. Osphradium is single. Situated to the left side of the body, near the left nuchal lobe, and attached to the left mantle wall. Suppose this is the left nuchal lobe, here somewhat, here there is the osphradium is situated. This is the right nuchal lobe. This is the left nuchal lobe, through which water enters. Through right nuchal lobe, water goes outside. Here, near the left nuchal lobe, this single osphradium attached to the mantle wall, and it hangs to the left nuchal lobe. This left nuchal lobe where water enters, and this single osphradium serves as organ of testing, that is, it tests the physical and chemical nature of water. How? It shows number of leaflets. Leaflets are fleshy. It shows number of leaflets. Leaflets are fleshy. This single osphradium attached to the left mantle wall. Suppose this is the left mantle wall and this side is attached to the left mantle wall, but this broad side is attached here, but this narrow or pointed apex is free. Centrally it shows an axis. This axis is called as central axis. On both the sides triangular leaflets arises. On both the sides of this central axis triangular leaflets. Leaflets are triangular. Suppose this is the broad end. Broad end attached to the mantle wall and free end which is narrow. It is here. It bathed near the central axis on both the side. Thus, towards the central axis on both the side, these fleshy lamellae or fleshy leaflets are present, and due to presence of both the side, it is also called as bipectinate type of lamellae. Bipectinate type, because both the side to the central axis lamellae are present. In respiratory system we have seen the ctenidium or gill, only one side leaflets are present, hence it is called as monopectinate. But here on both the side of central axis lamellae are present, hence it is called as bipectinate type of lamellae. This single osphradium shows these lamellae. They are about, their number is about 22 to 28 and contains 3 types of cells. Which are these 3 types of cells? They contain sensory cells. In between these sensory cells there is the presence of ciliary cells, and on the basis of these ciliary cells there is the presence of glandular cells. Thus, when water enters through this left nuchal lobe or left pseudopipodium, water first comes in contact with this osphradium. Osphradium shows numerous leaflets. They are about 22 to 28, and these leaflets bathed due to that water, having 3 types of cells. These cells are sensory, or they are having receptor cells. These receptor cells or sensory cells sensitize, and these are the organs of, they detect the nature of physical and chemical nature of water, or they are chemoreceptor in function. They also serve as selection path for the food. When water is dirty or when water is not clean, at that time the water is rejected, and when clean water, at that time only the animal gives entry to that water path. This is the osphradium. Its size may be about 6 millimeter and hangs on the roof of left nuchal lobe near the left pseudopipodium. These are the organs of sensory organs. They detect the physical and chemical nature of water. Then there are paired eyes. 4th sensory organs are paired eyes. Paired eyes are located on the stalk of omatophores. These are small. They are hidden inside the skin. These eyes are having a cup-like or oval optic vesicle. This optic vesicle, which is cup-like or oval or egg shape, this optic vesicle on its both the lateral side shows retinal layer. This retinal layer is unpigmented. It covers a egg-shaped lens inside, and front side of this lens shows a transparent cornea. This is the cornea. This cornea is covered by outer layer, and inside this there is the inner layer. Outer layer is called as pellucida externa and inner layer is called as pellucida interna. This unpigmented retinal layer is having less cells, sensory cells, and hence the animal only detect the changes in intensity of light. They do not form the object or they do not form the image. Hence the animal feeds during night. There is no image formation or there is no object formation. These eyes do not detect the image, and hence they only detect the changes in light intensity. These are the 4 sensory organs which are present in Pila globosa. Okay.